Hello. Hello. My name's Wei. Um, Doug, Clove, whatever you want to call me. I'm currently here on Custom NPCs Plus 1.8.6 on a server and looking to show off what you can do with animations. It's just like a basic look. I'll just present three different cases and then just record myself making animations for them. That's all really. So let's get started, I guess. All right. Um, hmm. So what we've got here? We got animation number one. Very cool. Number two, more of a active animation. All right. So, in order to start, let's have a look on the Discord. If you're not already in it, Custom MCs Plus Discord, really useful resource. It should be pinned in coding. Here we go. This is key code. Key code. Get it somewhere, save it. It is the code. So let's start with making animation, shall we? Global animations add. So this guy's like he's like evoking like a big well, just like well, I don't know, some explosion with a pattern. So evoke explosion. So let's just start going. This is still, I think this is on the old UI, so things we create won't be like fantastic, but most of this carries over. The 1.9 beta UI I've used a little bit is like tens of times better. But this'll do. This'll do. Uh, let's start with the. Let's start with like the end point of each of the animation. This is how I personally would do it. I'm just going with like whatever's closest to what I might want. That was not it. There we go. Oh, look at that. Really taking shape. 60. Okay. So what we have an endpoint. Now we've got to kind of just make it all line up together. So I copy, I then go back a frame, and then just start just lowering the values down. We can probably decrement by 20 and 5. That's actually 30. And we'll tweak it further if that was a little bit silly of me. Copy this one, and then but it's literally just a case of going through and changing it all to what you want it to be. Copy again. Okay. And Copy. Now we have a pretty solid base here. This should be enough. Hmm. Okay, let's play it. See how it's all like jerky? It is an animation, but it's not really what we want. So let's go to render ticks. Still a bit fast. Um, Looping might be better so we can, so we can see how it works. Okay, and now what we do here is we go into the animation and then we customize the duration of each frame. So usually you'll want to you'll make it and then you'll make a timer kind of like link up to it. Um, but yeah, let's see how we do it. Uh, Duration, customize, speed. Let's go like point 0.5. Let's put everything on 0.5. Bit too fast at the moment. And usually you want like the end frame to like hang a bit. So what? Guess we could also make a few of those frames. That is one way of doing it. Hmm. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see how this looks in game. So to get our animation to actually work, take this, and then we look on the NPC animations, evoke explosion, copy that, go into our code. There we go. I'm using Control V instead of paste just because it overwrites your code that might already be in there. So do be careful for that. All right. So not terrible, not terrible. Still a bit fast. Animations. I guess we can add duration into each. Um, it should be longest. Hey, I like that. I like that. Okay, okay. Not too shabby. And what? Let's finish this off by I don't know. Get timers. force start, one, probably over by 2 seconds. We haven't got anything here, so C dot. We'll just briefly modify this code here, and we'll just like disable animations, I guess. Sounds like a bit of an idea. That way we can just stop the animation data, anim data.set enabled, false, and then update client. That sounds like a plan. There we go. Look at that. Not too shabby. That is 1 out of 2. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, alright. Let's jump onto animation 2 then. Alright, so this is a bit of a more complex animation. Essentially, this guy here, if you remember, gets 2 weapons out, and then, when he's done, he puts 2 weapons away. One after the other. So maybe if he could, like, bring his arms out ready, and then return to, like, a neutral position, and then he could, like, slip his hands kind of, like, behind his back, put his weapons away. So, what I've got here is I've got a global script that essentially, have a look at it. That's what we've got. So let's walk you through it. Essentially, relies on saving the weapon kind of or item names as like temporary like stored data, and then kind of just saving that to stored, bringing it out whenever they target someone. Kind of just reading that information, creating items, and then putting them into the NPC's hand. It's technically that happens a little bit over here as well, due to the nature of custom NPCs. It's a funky bug where they find a target, immediately look for a new one, and that counts as running the target lost event, which is a bit interesting. But we've got a little workaround here, and as long as that doesn't fire, then he shouldn't unequip the weapon unless he actually doesn't have a target, which happens here. So this is the this is the start of the unequip, and yeah. So let's kind of mark it out real quick. Animation goes here, and case. I'm putting it as such high cases because I don't want anything to overlap. I'm just gonna real quick make it so this all goes in here, because we've got to keep in mind when we set a timer, what that will be doing is essentially we're creating a delay, and we want a delay for our animation to run before, because he can't like reach for his pockets already having the weapons for his hands, and then stick 2 axes into his pockets only to bring them out again, like some kind of like phony disappearing act. That wouldn't make any sense. So see, you don't get timers. I always use force start because if a timer already exists, then it will throw an error. Force start 80 false duration can be, yeah, it's 50. That's okay. I'm just gonna outline it like that real quick. All right, let's return to that in a minute, and let's make our animations. Okay. Yeah, simple. Add another animation, and we're gonna call this draw weapons. Then we'll add another one. Start at the endpoint again. That's not right. Maybe like maybe 20. Uh, Looks like 10 is the 15. 25. We're not trying to do anything crazy. It's kind of just a subtle-ish animation. We're not telegraphing some crazy summoning or anything else. 25. Okay. Okay. Well, that looks simple enough. And what we do, copy. 4 frame looks fine. I'll copy a few more times. 6, because he is returning to a neutral after all. Okay. So, what have we got here? Well, we're kind of just gonna 10, 1. Let's go down to 5 actually. 5 on each. 5. Reasonable. 10, 15. And then 10, 15. This guy also starts on 0. I'm not sure if this is like a good form for animation. I am once again not an animator, just doing what looks okay. Um, hmm, yeah, I mean he should probably be reaching in a bit faster. So let's crank up the start a little bit. Let's look at this. Reaching behind, bringing them out. Nice. And then let's go on to animation again. Render ticks. All right. Now animation speed. See how this looks in game real quick. We grab our. Just put a little test dummy down. And borrow some code from this guy. Actually, always. Let's just scroll down. Draw weapons. That looks about right to me. Honestly, I think the arms could go back a bit further, but other than that, it looks fine. Um, hmm. Maybe even minus 40. And then maybe back 30? Let's see that now, huh? I think that could look good with weapons. Okay. Okay, now let's adapt this into the actual code. And we do this by essentially finding where have I put event fired. So, alright, this is when I start my animation, essentially. Right here, right here. Okay, right at the beginning we did this. Which gives us a bit of time to throw this in. This is essentially just like a check um, to make sure that when we target something, because target is immediately lost, a little funny little issue I came across, that we don't put away our weapons as we find our target again. I'm not sure why target triggers target lost event. I, maybe it's just a thing that I should have thought about. But oh well. Let's give this a go. Hmm. Hmm. Wait, hold on. That might have been a bit clearer if I reset this guy and then I make his movement. Walk speed 0. Bit imperceptible, isn't it? Not too easy to tell. Stats. Let's change some knockback. Boop. Okay, he does do it, but it happens a little bit late. Um, or rather, he gets out his weapons a little bit late. Okay, okay. I have fixed my little error, my little whoopsie that I was just encountering. Um, essentially, I was trying to dress up a variable as like a world, like temporary world variable, but I was calling it world, which was throwing a null pointer. Um, a rookie mistake, if I say so myself. I suck, man. I suck. Oh well. Hmm. All right. So this is what you got. This is what we have. He puts his arms behind his back, then a long delay. We want to cut that delay down. We want to cut that delay down quite a bit. Wrong guy again. Um, so I need to essentially change this one here. This is equip weapons. So let's change the delay. Change it to 20, and then see how we do. That's fast, but not fast enough. Probably half speed, and that'll do it. Also, what could make this quite epic as well is we could add sounds. Bit of feature creep, but you know, what can you do? Yeah, very cool. Although he kind of just sticks his arms out, which is okay, but I wonder how I could change that. I guess if I make the animation hang a little bit longer, like I did with this guy, then um that could work. That could work. Global animations, draw weapons. Um, let's have loop from frame 6. Oh yeah, it's not firing the animation. Yeah, okay. Don't really like what he's doing here, but what have I done? Hey, I don't swing that way. My apologies, dude. My apologies. Um, this is worse. This is okay. Um, so once again, let's steal some code, as you do. So let's set a npc.get. Don't really like relying on timers, but eh, what can you do? Um, 5 false. We're just trying to avoid that like jarring um thing he does with his hands. Um, okay, all right, let's try this. Make it a bit longer, I think. 15. How about that? How about that? He does a bit. He still does a bit of action. I wonder why. Um, maybe there's global animations, draw weapons. 6 is the last, and I haven't customized the chest. Although I can, and I can have it just stay still. How about that? Eh, you know what? That is good enough. That is good enough. Yeah, I'm sure no one will notice. No one will notice. Okay, now let's make the animation for him putting his weapons away. Actually, I can just, we can cheat. We can cheat a bit. Let's just cheat. Let's use draw weapons again. I mean, you know, kind of works out, doesn't it? Um, ooh, okay. Target lost event. This is when the animation goes off. 20 false. I'd say 10 actually. Let's give it a go. Hey, look at that. Okay, all right. Well, so what have we got? We have animation 1, little evocation, very cool. Animation 2, getting the weapons out to beat the crap out of me, and then putting them away again. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty successful. That's kind of epic. All right. Thanks for sticking around if you're still here. I hope this was helpful. Um, not sure how helpful it'll be, but well, it's not too bad once you pick it up. But do keep in mind this will kind of be a little bit out of date when the 1.9 comes out. So yeah, thanks for hanging in there, and appreciate you for watching. Okay, I'll see you guys.